Alright, and welcome to another edition of This Old Party, or how I like to screw with things in the game. This is going to be mainly about the Hearthlight Bomb. So what is that? Hearthlight Bomb is something that it's a grenade in the game that you can craft. So in theory, like, you can go over here and craft one. I don't have the ingredients because I just crafted one, and I found one in the Underdark. But basically, these things are pretty cool. They basically are like casting, what is that stinking cantrip? Dancing lights. And they're actually really good for doing what they do. So I'm going to kick off a fight. I am basically in the Masons Guild. There's not very many fights at which these Hearthlight bombs really help very much, but there's a few. So I'm going to go over one. How much further can I go? Basically, this is one of those things where if you look at where you're at, full light there, partial light there, right? So the partial light is what's going to allow these wraiths and shadows to hide. I don't need it here, but I could use it here. So what I'm going to do is go like this. Go over here, and I'm going to throw one here to help me protect myself. It's going to like cast like all that light, right? So now all this is illuminated too. So now at this point I'm going to like be over here, and my characters are going to mainly hang out in lit areas so that the wraiths have to come get us over here. The light ends at about here, so I'm going to put another one over here. It basically helps me protect myself so I can see where the things are hiding. They don't go very far away from you after they attack you and then hide. They don't go very far away, so if you know where they're going, you can do stuff. Alright, this is my light.
A rough this race.
Build. Let's see, what can we do? Over
Knight
here.
to King 5.
I might be able to hit both of them from here. Let me see what I can do. Yep. Got both of them. I'm going to stay in the light. The reason why is because the light is like the dancing light spell. You usually keep probably the most troublesome of all these. He's best to be targeted, in my opinion. Alright.
What now?
Go ahead and give this to Will also. Will is set up as a cold sorcerer.
This is my time.
Which means he's not necessarily going to be the most awesome at everything, but he's going to be pretty good at a lot of things. So let's see. If I remember correctly, another place to put one is about here. Ha! Especially because it keeps those guys revealed. So he's going to go over here.
Concentrate.
Alright, and you have the Darkfire short bow, I'm pretty sure is what that's from. So, haste. Keep in mind the only problem with a sorcerer, or sorry, a cleric that deals with like spirit guardians is if you're hasted, you can't run spirit guardians at the same time. The solution or workaround is to get a sorcerer to cast haste on you in twinned mode, so they cast haste on themselves and you. But whatever. So I'm gonna come over here and do what my radiant stuff does. Alright. That's all that. Doesn't matter. Alright. I'll just deal with it. Let's see. to attack, and that's when you spot them usually. Let's see. As for you, is it over there? Technically, what I can do now then is notice you can't cast Witch Bolt in. Makes a lot of sense. I want to get that right. Keep in mind other ways that you can keep wraiths visible is you can throw water jugs in various places and basically if you splash them then, you know, get them. Basically every spellcaster should have shield. Possible still for them to disappear. There's also an aura of Vile Oblivion that some of these things seem to be able to cast, which may prevent
important
you
is
from
ever easy.
maintaining certain things. I have a dancing lights over here. Dancing lights. Nope. Oh, whatever.
This is my time.
Keep telling me it's your time, bro.
No holding back.
There's a range currently.
Ready.
Or at least someone has it enabled. I'm gonna go and beat this stuff again. I'm gonna like actually creep over here a little bit.
Need to stay focused.
Found one. Got the other one. And I'm hasted, so guess what this means? Are you in range?
No mercy.
Be spanking.
On the move.
Alright, because the other one is probably around there somewhere. Now there's ways around finding these guys if they're not visible. You can shatters, just make sure you don't break, you know, like anything you don't want to replace. Some stores breaking you by it. Just kidding. Can you cast it up here? They're not moving. Alright, I'm gonna try it up here because some of the and I missed. Because you notice it keeps panning the camera over here. Can't see. I can see him. You're hasted and you're away.
Mine is the advantage.
That's because, by the way, I don't know if I respected that way. Yeah, elemental affinity is one thing he has, but if I remember correctly, did I take that one condition? Yeah, elemental add up lightning. That's why I'm like doing so well at doing damage. I took away half his health with a shocking grasp.
On the victor's path.
This is Will, and he's got elemental infinity for. That might be disadvantage. But that's good. That's good, or that's good.
Hand shoulder, scum vestige.
No, that's not much.
Let's finish this.
And of course, you're gonna go over here and beat the crap out of this.
Let's do this.
They're not perfect. I get it, right? But I'm just gonna say that they are useful. Sometimes you might have to cast see invisibility on yourself, so I get it. But I think they still are useful.
No time to dally.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Still alive,
But
so that's
I think
progress.
they're really useful in general. I'm going to recommend using them on anything. Is that still moving?
Very well.
Ah, yeah. See, that was my Hearthlight Bomb still going over here. It's like a dancing light spell. So if you want to, you know, craft some Hearthlight Bombs, you can. Dancing lights also works sometimes in terms of illuminating wraiths and stuff. But I hope you like this video. Let me know if it works for you. Have a good day.